Hey everyone, Techni here with another JBL Quantum gaming headset review, and today we have the Quantum 200s. By the way, why I say another, because we already reviewed the 100s and the 600s. If you're interested in those, I'll plug them right at the end of this video. So as far as in the box of your Quantum 200s here, you can get a splitter for PC, you can get a whole bunch of paperwork, and then of course your headset. All right, so you all know where we have to start right here, and that is gonna be comfort. Let me tell you what, popping this headset straight out of the box, the first thing you notice are these incredibly plush ear cushions. I mean, super stinking soft right there. Plenty of depth within them, plenty of size. My ears don't get squished by them or touch the inside of the drivers. Very nice, but yes, they are pleather on the inside and the out, so yes, your ears will tend to get a little bit spicy here. As far as the headband, very soft as well, but yes, it does cover just that center part there. As far as my head shape, it's perfectly fine because that's where the pressure is, but again, very cozy as far as the headband and the ear cushions. And we also have plenty of adjustment here. The headset goes totally flat and then a little bit forward right there. Ear cups go in and out, plenty nice right there. And again, you have the adjustment within your arm. Very nice tight click, so it holds that position. So again, I think it's gonna fit any head shape. Again, plenty of movement anywhere to prevent any of those pressure points or anything. But now talking about all the adjustability in it and everything and no pressure points, they are a little bit tight. They have definitely, I'd say, a medium clamping force, maybe a pinch underneath the medium clamping force for my head size at least, you know what I mean? Like, they don't hurt by any means, but again, you do kind of feel them pressing on you. But thankfully for those big plush ear cups, it definitely gives way. So again, it just kind of presses into you a little bit more, but it really helps out with sound, locks it into there. But like I stated, you do feel them on your head. All right, so now let's go ahead and talk about the build here. And by the way, right out the box, they are very light. And I love that. I love a very lightweight headset, right? Coming in at 240 grams right here. And where you're getting that lightweight from is this headset is entirely plastic. The headband, the arm right in here, the bracket holding on the ear cups and the ear cups, everything is plastic. Now don't take that as a bad thing, right? As I said in many of my other headset reviews, I'll take an all plastic headset over a fully metal one all day long, again, for that lightweight. But do you get that durability with an all plastic headset? I think it really depends on how it's put together. But the same with the Quantum 200s here, as I stated with the 100s. The one thing about the build of the Quantum lines from 100s to 400s is the plastic. Again, not being all plastic, but I feel like there's like a lot of points of contact here, and it's very stiff plastic, right? It's not very flexible. So whenever I bend it out, I get to here, and that's probably where I want to stop. I mean, you can twist it up plenty fine, but I feel like I'm just bending it, like I'm almost forcing it to do that. Like, I do get worried whenever I do that. Of course, who's gonna be doing this with their headsets, you know what I mean? But again, I like giving them a good test for their money right here. But even with the brackets down here going to the ear cups or into the headband, it's plastic, it's a thin plastic, but it's also a firm plastic. And why that bothers me, again, because if you drop something that's not very flexible plastic, I feel like it's just gonna snap. Now, I'm not gonna do a drop test or anything like that, but again, just handling them right here, that makes me a little bit worried. But hey, just don't drop your headset, don't throw it across the room in the middle of a rage, and you're gonna be perfectly fine. All right, so now as far as features and functions on the JBL Quantums here, your 3.5 cable is attached to the headset. You cannot remove it, and it's actually a thinner 3.5 cable than I've seen on many other headsets. This is also how the 100s were as well, and it is black and orange. So again, it kind of throws off your color vibe a little bit right there, depending on your setup. Yeah, your volume wheel right on the back left ear cup, and then your microphone is attached, and it is a flip up to mute. All right, so the next topic I wanted to cover here is sound. And by the way, again, it connects by 3.5, so you can pretty much use it across any device. Now, the JBL Quantum 200s are using 50mm drivers with a frequency range of 20 to 20,000, 20 being your low end bass, 20,000 being your high end with your highs and treble and everything. And they do have that JBL Quantum sound signature. So now talking that combination right there with the 20 to 20 with the 50mm drivers right there in the Quantum sound signature, it was very nice, very immersive across every platform. Of course, going into 3.5 in the PS4 controller, the volume dropped a little bit, but still with that sound right there, it wasn't horrible. Like some of them, like it drops down and you just lose all sorts of detail. On the PlayStation, it wasn't bad. It was still very detailed, and it was fun to use on a PlayStation as well. But across every other platform like Xbox when it's really cranking or PC, it was awesome, very immersive. But the bass was just definitely prominent right there. It wasn't, again, overtaking your highs or your footsteps or anything like that. You still got them, but kind of think of it like this, like the footsteps they were a little more thumpy than clicky, if that makes sense, you know what I mean? So sure, if you got a grenade or a chopper flying over here, then you got some footsteps over here that almost came, I don't want to say jumbled, but they are almost like working together, if that makes sense. So that was the one downfall as far as sound right there. But again, very immersive, playing Uncharted or, you know, any sort of story game, Assassin's Creed and stuff. That's where it really came to life, and I really enjoyed it. And that's pretty much right where I would class the sound, or I would recommend this type of sound for someone on the 200s, is if you want a little bit more bass than some of these other basic natural or high-toned headsets, you know what I mean? Again, this is gonna give you a little bit more bass and a little bit more immersion. And talking about this headset having a little bit more bass, let me tell you where it really shined, and that is with music, especially like dubstep. That's where it really shined. Like, I was listening to some dubstep and I just wanted to keep on going. I mean, it was just fantastic. Now, listen to music, say like Cage the Elephant, I tested a lot of this with, right? The bass guitar was, again, very prominent, that bass guitar. It wasn't ruining anything else, but you really caught that tone right there. So again, listen to like, say, EDM or dubstep or anything. Wow, it really shined. I mean, I'm telling you what, it was stinking awesome listening to dubstep with these guys. All right, so next up, let's go on and test this microphone and see how this sounds. All right, so we are now using a microphone on the JBL Quantum 200s right here. As you saw earlier, there is an included windscreen, which I have installed right now, and a microphone is flip up to mute. What I want to check right now actually is whenever I flip this microphone up, are we going to hear noise in the headset? So I'm going to try that right now. All right, so on my graph right here, I'm seeing it pick up some noise right there, and I do get a little click in my ear, which is nice, so you get that notification that, hey, it is up in that complete mute position. But let me tell you what, as far as these JBL Quantum headsets, these microphones are absolutely fantastic. All right, so as far as that mic test right here, wow, I mean, it just sounds awesome. Right along with all the other JBL Quantum headsets we have tested, these mics are just fantastic. They sound very natural, just like a phone call. You're not really getting any low end or any high end or making your voice sound real distant or echoey. They just sound absolutely fantastic and natural. I love them. All right, so all in all, as far as the JBL Quantum 200s, coming in at $59.99, so we're saying a $60 headset right here, do I think they are worth $60? And yes, honestly, I do like this headset. I really like it. As far as the sound, the comfort, the one thing I don't like about this, again, talking about some of the other Quantums, is the build. You know, I just wish it was a little bit more robust. I mean, this one doesn't feel cheap in my hands by any means, but again, I wish these brackets were just maybe a little bit thicker or reinforced somewhere else. I don't know, just to appease me. But again, if you're careful with your headsets and anything, you're gonna be perfectly fine. But hey, let me know what you think about the Quantum 200s down in the comments if you use them and what you think about them as well. And hey, I hope I was able to help you out if you're looking into the JBL Quantum 200s right here. If you have any other questions, definitely ask down in the comments. Hit me up on Twitter at @TheTechnie1. If you need any help, I'm always more than glad to help right there. And hey, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for future tech videos. Hey, I hope I catch you in the next one. Bye now.